Good morning, guys. Looking terrible because it's the morning and I'm not gonna get ready for my day before I eat. For breakfast, what I'm having is turkey bacon. I'm actually having 4 slices of turkey bacon, kind of a lot of sodium if I'm being completely honest. And then I'm having a big serving of broccoli. With every single meal, I always eat a green vegetable. Most of the time it's broccoli just because it's easy to boil and to have, but I really did notice a big difference whenever I first started dieting, not only in weight loss, but also how I felt when I made sure that I had a good source of vegetables, not like a starchy vegetable or anything like that, but like a good source of vegetables with every single meal. That is why I have broccoli in the morning. I know it's kind of weird, but I do think that whether you're having broccoli or like a shake with a lot of spinach in it or something that's going to be like a dark green vegetable that has a lot of nutrients and all these different things, it's really important to have that multiple times throughout the day and not just with dinner, you know? I will put a picture of the turkey bacon that I use right here. It's not the best. It's not strictly AIP. I'll look up the ingredients and let you know what ingredients are AIP right here, because I do follow a pretty strict AIP diet. I have reintroduced chocolate and mustard. I would just Google it if you don't know what that is. It's an anti-inflammatory, it's like a modified paleo diet. I think it's really important to have a protein, a vegetable, and a carb with your breakfast. You should never eat carbs by itself completely because it can spike your blood sugar and then drop your blood sugar. I'm actually hypoglycemic also, so I have to be careful of my blood sugar getting too low also. A lot of times in the morning I was not feeling good and I didn't know why for a long time. And I actually found out that I was hypoglycemic. I started taking my blood sugar, and my blood sugar is so low in the morning, and I was never eating a carb with my breakfast. I was only eating like a protein and broccoli. Now I make sure pretty much every morning I have a glass of orange juice. This is organic orange juice. It has a really good source of carbs. If you're trying to be low carb, don't do this. For me, I don't count macros, I don't count calories, I don't really count carbs. I pay attention to the amount of carbs that I have because I don't want to have too many, because that definitely will make you gain weight. But to me, as long as you're eating foods that are good for you, it's really not the end of the world unless you're literally binging on food. I didn't work out when I lost 150 pounds. All I did was eat AIP and the weight just literally fell off of me because, I wasn't inflamed anymore and I was eating good foods that weren't basically clogging up my system by inflaming it with dairy and gluten and all of these things, right? What I do to make it taste a little bit better, I dip my turkey bacon in organic grade A maple syrup. So I put it in a little container like this. It's not a whole lot. So that is a carb source also. I almost spilled that on myself. So yeah, I will dip my turkey bacon in the maple syrup, and it actually kind of makes it taste more like breakfast instead of just turkey bacon and broccoli and orange juice. I'm going to eat this and then I'm going to make myself not look as terrible for when I see you guys for lunch. All right guys, so here we are for lunch. I put a thing of tuna. This is what I get, Safe Catch Elite. It has the least mercury out of everything, although it is very expensive. I eat tuna a good bit. I try to make sure that I only do it 2 times a week just because of the mercury content. So normally I cut up an onion and put it in there, but I'm fresh out of onions. So I have these Publix bread and butter chips. Now these are not AIP, sugar in there. It is organic and it doesn't have any gluten or any kind of super inflammatory foods, because normally I put relish in my tuna. I could not find an organic relish that didn't have some kind of weird ingredient in it. So I take these and I will cut them up and put them in here, and then I'll also have an organic dill pickle as well. And then I use Primal Kitchen Mayo. It is the best mayonnaise. It tastes good and it's with avocado oil. It doesn't have any soy or anything like that. This has eggs, and eggs is not AIP. So I've used it for a while now and I really like it. And then I will also have this. Usually how I eat it is I get some sweet potato chips. I think an ounce is a serving. Yeah, an ounce is a serving. And I will scoop it up and eat it that way, kind of like crackers and tuna, but more like sweet potato chips and tuna. And I'm also gonna have some soup too, but I'll show you that in a second. Now this isn't very aesthetically pleasing, but I did make broccoli cheddar soup. This is only made out of chicken broth, coconut milk, pumpkin, and broccoli. I will link the recipe link in the description below. This is literally so good, you guys. It doesn't taste exactly like broccoli cheddar soup, but I'm telling you, everybody that I know that has tried it, that I've made try it, has been obsessed with it. It's seriously so good. It's not aesthetically pleasing or Instagram worthy, but that's just not who I am. Normally I would only eat like tuna, broccoli, and the sweet potato chips, but because I haven't had a snack, normally I would have a morning snack, but I just got busy and I was working out and took a shower and all that stuff. So I have the soup right here, the cheddar broccoli soup. I'll probably eat that first, and then I'm going to scoop an ounce of the sweet potato chips out and eat that with this, and then I will have my broccoli. So here we have carb, protein, vegetable, and then just like a bonus, this is my lunch. So if you've watched my channel before, you know that I'm a dental hygiene student. And so it is hard sometimes to balance not eating because you're in college and you're stressed out, and trying to balance, you know, eating the proper nutrition and stuff, because sometimes I have days where I'm at clinic all day long and I have to plan out every single meal very well. And then I have some days where I'm home studying all day and I completely forget to eat. It definitely is a struggle to figure out a good way of balancing it. But generally what I like to do is eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner with a snack in between breakfast and lunch, and then a snack in between lunch and dinner. I didn't have my mid-morning snack today. I will have a snack in just a little bit. I'm actually currently studying for boards. This whole quarantine thing has really thrown me off of my game with not only my sleeping schedule, but my eating schedule as well. I do try to stick to a pretty good schedule because I notice specifically I struggle with anxiety and things like that. So if I'm not eating vegetables with every single meal, or waking up too late and not eating breakfast, or not drinking enough water, I can definitely feel my anxiety getting worse, or just like not feeling as productive in my day in general. That is something that I try to focus on. So currently I'm about to study for boards, and then we will have a snack, and then tonight for dinner I am going to be having leftovers. I'm going to leave a link to some cookbooks and some good snack options that I like from Amazon in the description down below. It will all be paleo, and most of it will be AIP. I highly recommend doing AIP. I know that I've talked about it in videos in the past. Long story short, I have reversed an autoimmune disease and lost 150 pounds without working out, strictly by eating AIP. AIP is a great diet for anybody if you want to isolate any food allergies that you might have or food sensitivities that you might have. It's a great way to heal your gut or start healing your gut. It's a great way to reduce inflammation, lose weight. Overall, it is a great diet. It is very restrictive and very limiting. The results that you get at the end of it, and the results that you see, like for example me completely reversing an autoimmune disease, it's definitely worth it. Losing 150 pounds, definitely worth it. So yeah, I highly recommend looking into AIP or just paleo in general. I know all the different diets out there and lifestyles out there. There's a bunch of different ones, and some people think keto is the way to go, some people think vegan is the way to go, and I do think that you should listen to your body. And that is one thing that I've noticed with AIP is it kind of helps eliminate all of the inflammation and stress and bloating and just everything that is going on with you. It helps you eliminate all of that, so when you isolate those foods and you have them again, you can see how your body reacts to them. Like, I know some foods can be anxiety, and I know that's weird, or I accidentally had a gluten exposure 2 years ago and I had the worst migraines in my entire life for 3 days, and I've never had a migraine in my life. I couldn't even see. One time I had peppers and I started breaking out in hives. So it's so much to get into right now, and it's so much science to explain. I've done so much research on all of these things. Basically, if you're having food sensitivities like that, that is like the number one sign of autoimmune disease is food sensitivities, hives, rashes, random food allergies for no reason. That's how mine started. It was a carrot allergy for no reason. Then I started having reactions to watermelon and apples, and it was just like, what is this? I'm 18 years old. Why is this happening? I didn't know at the time that was the starting of an autoimmune disease and leaky gut, and it can all be fixed. If you're having these kind of things, I highly recommend doing AIP, looking into leaky gut. Even if you don't have weight to lose, it still will help heal your gut with bone broth and warm vegetables and things like that. Take out gluten, take out dairy for sure. That is the worst for your gut. Maybe I'll do a gut health video in the future because I've done so much research and I've definitely healed mine, and food sensitivities that I used to have are completely gone now. I can totally eat raw carrots. I do it all the time, and used to my gums would swell, my lips would swell, my throat would swell, and now none of that happens at all because my gut is healed, my autoimmune disease is reversed. And I know that's a lot. So if you want a video on gut health, definitely leave me a comment down below. I'm definitely experienced with all of that and have done the work myself the last 2 years, so 2.5 years now, almost 3 years. Wow. So that's my little spiel for now. I'm gonna get back to studying, and then we're gonna have a snack, and then we'll have dinner later. So if I'm being completely honest, I'm not going to eat a snack. I'm just gonna have breakfast, lunch, and dinner today. My lunch was really a lot bigger than it normally was, and I just didn't get hungry. If you're not hungry, don't eat. And I'm not the type of person who like will not have a snack at like 11 o'clock at night because I shouldn't be eating. Like, I'm not gonna deprive myself if I'm eating what I should be eating 24/7. You know what I mean? I never cheat. I never have anything that's not paleo. So I don't really see a problem with eating when you're hungry. And I always have. I've never really had a problem with portion control or like eating way too much, tracking your food and everything like that, just to keep a handle on everything. Make sure that you're not eating like way out of like, you know, too many calories and things like that. That's important too. So I'm not going to be eating a snack, but I'm going to leave a bunch of links down below on like Amazon AIP snacks that I love and that I eat on a regular basis, so that you can still get an idea of what kind of snacks I would be eating if I had snacks. I will show you my dinner next. All right guys, so here we are with my makeshift dinner. So I have broccoli and these salmon cakes that I got from I got this recipe from this book, the Autoimmune Protocol Comfort Food Book by Michelle Hoover. She's Unbound Wellness on Instagram. You guys should follow her. She has the best AIP paleo meals. So good. I'm still gonna have some more of that soup because it's just super good. And then I'm also, for a carb, going to have these grain-free paleo puffs. These are AIP and paleo. The only ingredients are cassava flour, coconut oil, tapioca starch, coconut flour, sweet potato flour, and Himalayan salt. Like I said, I got protein, vegetable, kind of a vegetable, and then we got some carbs and starchy vegetables over here. So that is my dinner. It's the next day. I'm wearing the same shirt. I'm currently cooking lunch. It is a paleo on the go meal that is like beef stew. I'll link paleo on the go below too. They're a little pricey, but they're good if you want something quick that you can use out of the freezer. But I hope that you guys enjoyed my what I eat in a day, and you got some ideas for some healthy meals, whether it's paleo or whatever the case is. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if you want more videos like that, let me know down below.